Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron, and why is that pitching? One moment please. Apparently Jonathan just not quite ready somehow. I forget his last outing. It must have been a little bit of a longer outing. Well, here we go anyway. Zap's going to start on the mound then. This is game 2 against the Cardinals. On the runs column, we won pretty easily, but we only out-hit the Cardinals by 1 yesterday, so just a case of timely hitting. We might have some more extra base hits too, to be completely fair, but Cardinals are sitting by themselves in second place behind us. For whatever that's worth to you, Cincinnati is 1 game behind them. We do have the normal lineup in the game today. Tomorrow we will have the subs before an off day. Don't remember who we play after that, but I guess I don't really need to know that till tomorrow. As mentioned, Zap on the mound. He's not made nearly as many spot starts as he did last year, which drove him to an all-star selection, so he probably didn't mind the extra starts. But he has had probably more work at the end of games this year than he normally has, so I guess it evens out. Juan Pierre at the plate. And he has a 3-0 count to start the game. And he'll take a 4-pitch walk to start things off. Not what you want to do against somebody like Pierre. Tom has a strong arm. Zap, not especially quick to the plate, so very real possibility he takes second. Instead, Burke swings and grounds into a 4-6-3 double play. So that walk ends up not hurting anything. Also went ahead and looked up the schedule. We host the Phillies after this series with the Cardinals. Phillies currently leading the NL East. Albert Pujols currently at the plate, looks at strike 1. I do believe Pujols is still the NL home run leader. Tom 1 home run behind him. There's a ground ball. It's going to get through the right side of the infield for a base hit. First Cardinal hit of the game. Here is J.D. Drew, who I'm not sure had a hit yesterday. There's a little bit of the problem of not having timely hitting for St. Louis yesterday. Oh, Terry with the diving play. He'll take it to first himself and get the out. So the Cardinals draw a walk and get a hit, but come up with no runs. Kester's going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Looks like the same lineup in for the Cardinals. Zeminski in to pitch for the Cardinals. We have not seen him, so got no idea what we're about to get into. The ERA is a bit high, so... But we'll see. We're not typically a high-scoring team. Yesterday was an exception. Kester into shallow center. Pujols, who again is playing second base in this lineup, makes the catch. Marvin is going to bat right-handed. He also started off right-handed in yesterday's game. Takes the ball down and away. And then a fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss will give us a 1-2 count. Marvin up the middle, and that will be a base hit. Again, gave it a look, but could not quite get there. 1 on, 1 out for Chief. Marvin immediately takes off, and I think he picks the right time to do it. Plus, Sky, not much of an arm behind the plate. He is definitely an offensive catcher. Think like Mike Piazza. He was not good at throwing out runners, but he could hit. Chief with a 3-1 count, a runner in scoring position, and he'll look at strike 2 to fill the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Terry's going to need a hit then to drive in Marvin, you would think. Suppose there could be a couple wild pitches or something. Starts off with a 1-1 count. So Zeminski must not have a lot of innings pitched because those 2 outs have really cut down his ERA by almost 15 points. Chief Terry with a 2-2 count now. Swings at this one, right to Beltre. He takes a few steps in before throwing it and does get the out. So the Squirrels also come up with a hit, but no runs. So we are still scoreless going into the second, where Carlos Guillen will lead things off.
Number 9, Carlos Guillen, shortstop.
Zap will start him off with a changeup that gets a swing and a miss. That pitch misses inside. It's supposed to be a breaking ball, but I don't think it really did a whole lot. Another changeup up and in. It's a 2-1 count. Swing and a miss on another changeup. This is going to be base hit into center field. Guillen starts things off with a single. And here is Adrian Beltre, who does have very good numbers. I don't remember what he did yesterday, but good numbers on the season for sure. Hits a ground ball to third. Chief on to second. Kester holds on to it. No throw to first. Cardinals switch runners. Sky at the plate with 1 away. Sky hits one up the middle. That'll be a base hit. He did have a very good day yesterday. He did a lot of stuff like that, just right back up the middle. Although thankfully he didn't get any in the air, really. So, kept him in the park and all that. I've already forgotten who's at... Wes Helms, who's playing first. And I'm guessing the Cardinals will all reconfigure once they change pitchers like they did yesterday. Helms goes down swinging. 2 outs for Zeminski. 2 runners on. So this is probably a good sign for us wiggling out of trouble. Though certainly not guaranteed. It's got an 0-2 count. A little bloop towards short. Joey makes the catch, and that will end the inning. Cardinals with a couple more hits, but still cannot score. So we will go to the bottom of the second, where Frank will lead it off. First pitch to Frank, bounces in. Well, that was pretty hittable, but Frank missed it. Hits this one, hits it hard. I think this might be home run number 1. There it is, dead center, 436 feet. And that will break the scoreless tie and also finally gets Frank, who's typically one of our better power hitters, his first home run of the year. I don't think that could have been any more dead center. I think it went right over the 413 sign. All right, Tom, also typically a power hitter with no home runs. I don't know if that's quite how that works, but I'm hoping. Well, gets a base hit up the middle. We'll settle for that for sure. 1 on with nobody out. Zach, who did have a good day yesterday, at the plate. They'll check on Tom. Check on Tom again. Very worried that our catcher might take off, apparently. First pitch up and in. And that sinker stays outside, makes it 2-0. Sorry, my voice is really starting to crack, so my apologies. I don't know what's going on there. Zach with a 3-1 count. Swings at this one, and that'll be another base hit into center field. Runners on first and second. Joey to come to the plate. There are still no outs in this inning. First pitch, called a strike. That's hit foul just down the first base line. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's the first out of this inning for the Squirrels. Zap has not gotten a hit yet this year, though he does have pretty limited at-bats. It's quickly down 0-2. Looks at strike 3. 2 down, here's Kester. Don't remember what he did the first time up. Zeminski got 3 strikeouts the first time through the Squirrels' order. I don't remember if Kester was one of them or not. He's got a 2-1 count at the moment. This pitch is up and out. Swing and a miss. Full count with 2 outs. Runners will be off. There they go. And Kester swings and misses to end the inning. The Squirrels do get 1 on the solo shot from Frank. We go to the 3rd inning where Juan Pierre will lead things off. Pierre with the 4-pitch walk the first time at the plate. Zap does groove in a strike to him this time. At least make him think about swinging. And he does swing and pops it up right there at the plate. Tom makes the catch just off of the batting circle. So here's Chris Burke, who thankfully hit into a double play in his first at-bat. That really took the sting off that opening walk. Puts this one into right field. Zach should have it. And he does. 2 down. Here's Albert Pujols. Did get a base hit his first time up. Though, like I said, we have kept him in the yard this series, so that's a win. He's got a 1-1 count. This is going to be another base hit up the middle. And that will bring J.D. Drew to the plate, which so far has been a good thing for us. I imagine he's due any time now. He'll look at strike 1. That fastball a bit high. Pops this one up. Will Tom get there? He should, and he does. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. 4 hits apiece for the teams, but the Squirrels with a 1-0 lead. Marvin will lead things off. Marvin got a base hit in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2, both on elevated pitches, we'll say. This one pretty much right down the middle, but Marvin can't get it over Pujols' head. 1 down. Here's Chief, who's been uncharacteristically striking out a lot lately. I mean, nobody bats 1,000, though Chief's about as good as it gets. But even at that, when he makes outs, it's typically because he hit it to somebody, not because he struck out. Gets a base hit up the middle in that at-bat. Terry ground out in his first at-bat as Zeminski's starting to wipe his brow already. Terry swings and misses, makes it 1-1. Looks at a curveball for a strike 2. Hits this one. Will it stay fair? It will not. Actually hooked pretty hard if all said and done. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Here is Frank. His solo home run, the only meaningful offense in the game so far. Uh-oh, Chiefs looks like he's picked off. There, he's officially tagged out. Has been a bit since he had somebody picked off, so I guess we were due for it. That will end the inning. We go to the 4th. Squirrels still up 1-0. Carlos Guillen will lead it off for St. Louis.
Number 9, Carlos Guillen.
Got a base hit in his first at-bat. This one hit back to Zap, but it gets through for a base hit. Thought he could maybe knock it down, but no such luck. Better than getting injured, though. Adrian Beltre at the plate. He hits a ground ball right to second. Kester to short. Joey back to first. Pretty easy 4-6-3 double play. So here's Sky. Like I said, he's hit doubles and singles right up the middle the whole series. I think we've only retired him once. He's got a 2-0 count to start this at-bat. Swings and misses. This one's too low. It's a 3-1 count. And that's going to be a walk. Second one of the day for Zap. So here's Wes Helms, who struck out in his first at-bat. He also did not have a very good day yesterday. Could not take advantage of all those hits out of Sky. And he grounds this one to second to end this inning. Still 1-0 Squirrels as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Frank will come back up to the plate, but this time with the bases empty.
Number 6. Swing.
See how he follows up that home run to dead center. He looks at strike one. Gets a base hit into left field. Leadoff single brings Tom to the plate. He got a base hit up the middle his first time up. So he watches that fastball hit the ground. Well, that one's called a strike. We'll say it's a borderline pitch. Ground ball to third, it's just foul. 1 and 2. Oh, chased one that was out of the zone for strike 3. That's going to be it for Zeminski. All said, not too bad. That's what I thought. Rafael Perez on the mound now. The Cardinals move Pujols to first, Beltre to second, and Helms to third, which I do agree is a better defensive lineup if you're asking me, but clearly they didn't. Zach looks at strike one and hits this one foul. 0-2. Runner on first with 1 out. Looks at strike 3 right down the middle. 2 down. Here's Joey. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. He'll take strike 1 here. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. This will get into right field for a base hit. Runners on first and second. Zap to the plate. There are 2 outs, so he won't be bunting. See if he can get his first hit of the year here. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Pops this one up right at the plate. Sky doesn't even have to get out of the catcher's box. So we move on to the 5th. Squirrels still leading 1-0. Pitcher spot due up for the Cardinals. I imagine they'll let Perez hit since he just came into the game. I don't know how many at-bats, but he is batting .318. Zap starts him off with a fastball, which Perez swings on and misses. This is going to go in towards center field, but Kester gets over to make the grab before it can hit the ground. So back to the top of the order. Zap with only 1 strikeout in this game, which was of Wes Helms, now that I think about it a little harder. Juan Pierre has a 0-2 count. And he will swing and miss for Zap's second strikeout of the game. So here's Chris Burke. He is 0-2. Looks at strike 1. Trying to remember if he's the one that flew out to Zach or if he popped it up. I can't remember what he did in his second at-bat for absolute certain. Hits a ground ball here to Joey, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still a 1-0 ball game. The Squirrels will start off back at the top of their order. Kester 0-2. He's flown out and struck out. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. And that pitch a little bit outside. Kester does not chase it. And it's fouled off for another pitch. This one towards the middle. Guillen with the diving play, but he can't get the throw off to first. Good play, but it will go down as an infield hit. Marvin watches strike 1, and Kester pretty easily takes second base. Fortunately for the Cardinals. Actually, now that I think about this, I think Sky was here last year, because I seem to remember saying almost the same thing. That a single is basically a double. The Squirrels can run on Sky all day. Marvin pops this up foul. Sky should have it, and he does. So here's Chief. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. Got a base hit in his last at-bat. And looks at strike 1 to open this at-bat. Swings and misses on a slider. Hits this one into right field. That's going to roll a ways. Kester will come in to score, and Chief makes it an RBI double. So here is Terry with a runner still in scoring position. The Squirrels with a little bit of breathing room. It just misses being fair, just on the wrong side of first. And looks at strike 2. Terry hits this one through the right side of the infield. It will not score a run. Runners on the corners then for Frank, who is 2 for 2. And he gets another base hit through the left and drives in another run. So Frank has kind of been on fire on both sides of the ball as of late. Squirrels up 3-0 with runners on first and second and only one out. Perez wiping his brow pretty furiously out there, and actually now he looks completely gassed. Tom, though, with a 1-2 count. Hits this one right to Beltre. He has to wait a second for Guillen to get to short, and that allows Tom to get to first. Runners on the corners with 2 outs, and the Cardinals are going to go to Malaska. Excuse me, with Malaska, who we did see yesterday. After he threw that knuckleball, maybe this is the same Alaska that we used to see in Milwaukee. Oh, actually, that was a curveball. I thought that was the knuckleball. That was the knuckleball, and it got Zach to pop up for the last out of the inning. Now 3-0 Squirrels as we go into the 6th, where Albert Pujols will lead it off for the St. Louis. Pujols 2 for 2, but they are both singles. Starts off with a fastball for a strike at the knees. Changeup also called a strike. This is going to be hit up the middle out of Joey's range for a base hit. 1 on with nobody out. J.D. Drew 0 for 2, a ground out and a foul out. Looks at strike 1. And Drew's actually going to come up with a hit into center field. Cardinals may be in business here. They put their first 2 runners on for Carlos Guillen, who I'm pretty sure is 1 for 2. He's behind on a high fastball. Hits a ground ball. This could be 2. Kester on to first, not in time. Did look close, but we're not going to get a replay. Runners on the corners then for Adrian Beltre. He looks at a ball on a changeup. Hits this one. Oh, good play by Chief, who makes a leaping play before it can find left field. Here's Sky, though, with runners on, and like I said, I'm not sure. I don't think we've... Well, actually, did we get him last at bat? I don't remember for sure, but he's had a lot of hits in these last couple games. He's got a 1-1 count at the moment. Zap 1 out away from getting through 6, which is what we really want out of him. Gets a soft line drive to second, we'll say. And Kester makes the play to end the inning. 3-0 Squirrels. Joey will lead things off in the bottom half of the 6th inning. He is 1 for 2 so far on the day. There's a fastball that wasn't very fast right down the middle. Joey just let it go. Similar pitch. This time he has one to Guillen in the hole. Guillen can't make the throw. Probably wasn't really hit hard enough to give him the time. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll go Sweeney. So Zap got us our 6 innings. That's everything we ask out of him. Sweeney at the plate now. 1 on with nobody out. Takes strike 1. Joey takes off and steals second easily, and Joey's not particularly fast, so Sweeney pops this back up to Malaska right in between the plate and the mound. So runner on second with 1 out. Kester now at the plate. He'll look at strike 1. That forkball is outside. And a fastball too low. Ground ball to Beltre. Only play is to first. Marvin standing on third. Joey standing on third. Marvin's at the plate. He's going to bat left-handed. There are 2 outs. Marvin has a 1-1 count to start things off. That one runs outside to make it 2-1. Swing and a miss will make it 2-2. We got a full count with 2 outs. Runner on third. Called strike 3 on a high fastball, and that will end the 6th inning. Almost went Miyake. Now, I guess I wish I would have. We go to the 7th. Wes Helms going to lead things off for the Cardinals. The Squirrels are leading 3-0. Let's see. All of our left-handed bullpen's still looking a little rough. Let's go Nakai into Marvin's spot. We'll move Zach into center. Let Sweeney play right.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the deck for Indianapolis. Number 8. Nakai.
In theory, Nakai only has to get through an inning, so hopefully he's got that kind of juice. Helms 0 for 2 on the day. Nakai starts him off with a bit of a wild fastball. Changeup's too low. Curveball gets put into left field. Frank drifts back a little bit and makes the catch. 1 down. Molaska's going to get to hit. Swings and misses at the first pitch. And that one misses a bit outside. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Curveball put right at Chief at third for the second out of the inning. So here's Juan Pierre. He's 0 for 2. So did walk to open up the ball game. Has a 1-1 count to start off this at bat here in the 7th inning. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That brings us to the 7th inning stretch. Squirrels leading 3-0, and they will start off with Chief in the box after the break. That's the wrong button. There, get the volume to a bit more manageable level. Chief starts off with a swing and a miss in this at bat. He will put this into right field for his second hit of the day. Terry is 1 for 3 so far. Looks at strike 1. More of a foul tip, but Sky rather, didn't catch it. He has an 0-2 count, though. And that fastball rides up a bit too high. Swings and misses at a forkball for the first out of the inning. Here's Frank. He's 3 for 3, homered in a couple singles. The second single driving in another run. So right now he's got to be your leader in the clubhouse for player of the game. It's got a 1-2 count at the moment. Looks at strike 3. First time he has been retired today. Tom is 1 for 3 so far. So he looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And hits a ground ball to third. Wes Helms on to first. And that will end the 7th inning. We go to the 8th. Squirrels leading 3-0. Chris Burke is going to lead it off for St. Louis. We are in save range, so we will go get Hermida. Put him into Tom's spot, which will bring Martinez in to catch.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the deck for Indianapolis. Number 17. Hermida.
All right, first pitch to Chris Burke, a fastball inside. Pretty much the same pitch. It's 2-0. Breaks out the slow curve for strike 1. Does it again for strike 2. Both swings and misses. Then a fastball that gets ground to Joey. 1 away. Here comes Albert Pujols, who is 3 for 3, all singles. He will look at a curveball for strike 1. And that one bounces in. This one's outside. 2-1. This one misses inside. 3-1. Swing and a miss will make it a full count. Another slow curveball gets popped up. It's going to retire Pujols. Wasn't the strikeout I'm sure Hermida wanted, but that foul pop-up is caught by Chief. 2 away. J.D. Drew got his first hit maybe in the whole series in his last at-bat. He pulls this one foul. That'll give him an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the top of the 8th. Squirrels ahead 3-0. They will start off with Zach at the plate. It's going to be just about right for me to finish that old style. Williams will take a ball to start off this at-bat. And that curveball misses outside. It's 2-0. Misses down by Zach's feet. It's 3-0. Ooh, that one's called a strike, and I'm not sure I buy it. But it's a 3-1 count. That one is not in the zone. I believe that is the first walk the Squirrels have drawn today. Joey showing bunt. Pulls it back, and it gets away from Sky. That's going to get Zach on to second. It's now runner in scoring position with nobody out. And a base hit up the middle, though it's not going to score anybody. Runners on the corners, no out. And here is Sweeney at the plate. He didn't get a hit his first time up. I can't remember if he struck out or what he did. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. This one is a bit inside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Here is Kester. Runner still on the corners. It's a fastball, called a strike on the outside. Popped foul. Sky chases it down for the second out of the inning. Here is Martinez, his first at-bat of the game. 2 outs, runners on the corners, and he looks at strike 1. And knuckleball, not particularly close. And slider, not real close either. 2-1. Pops this one up foul. Sky's going to get it, and Malaska gets out of the jam. We go to the 9th. The Cardinals are going to need 3 runs to stay alive. And they are going to start off with Carlos Guillen at the plate. So we will go get Shibuya to get hopefully one of his easier saves of the year. And we'll put him into Kester's spot. We'll get Miyake out there to play center. Oh, not... All right, let's try the... I was afraid I went too far. I was going to end up having to get... Hermida to pitch to batter. Okay. So Shibuya in there. Miyake in here. Here we go. We'll actually have Sweeney just stay at second this time. Back when we first started, I do think Sweeney was unquestionably a better defensive third baseman than Chief, but Chief has actually improved a lot over there. So I think Sweeney might still be slightly better, but it'd be hard to really say at this point. Anyway, Carlos Guillen looks at strike 1. That one out of the zone. He does not chase. That's a strike at the knees. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. One down. Here is Beltre. He's 0 for 3 today. A little surprising. That pitch catches the outside corner. This is popped up right at the plate. Martinez waiting on it, and he makes a catch. Here is Sky. He is singled, walked, and then finally lined out. Hits this one on the ground. Chief on to first. And that is your ball game. Final score today, St. Louis Cardinals 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 3. Take a look at the highlights. Starting off with the home run, which I imagine will give Frank the player of the game, though we might see him driving in run number 3 in a little bit too. Yep, there's the other Frank RBI. So drove in 2 out of 3 runs. That's a pretty good day. And they give Zap player the game. Well, he did throw 6 shutout innings. So thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Excuse me. Otherwise, we've got Game 3 against the Cardinals tomorrow. We'll see you then.